Actually, you know what? This is totally something we should
We
talk about
talking
real
Yeah, we
about
should
it?
quick.
talk
Oh
about
Yeah,
God.
this.
let's
Yeah,
talk
we
about it
should
really
squeeze this
quick.
in.
So, obviously, the news came out that Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher after season 3. So, we're having a season 3 with Henry Cavill come out. Yeah, let's just get into it. I want to hear Paul's first because Paul's the big Witcher guy. We're all big Henry Cavill men here. So, let's go. Let's hear. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be the same show at all. I mean, it's just unbelievable shoes to fill. He was such a driving force between the hype and the fans were just loving how much he loved the material. And when you love the material, it shows. Like when you love the role, it shows. Not to say Liam is going to be bad, but I mean, I know it came out around the same time as him announcing that he will reprise his role as Superman, and I'm happy for him because he said it in multiple interviews. He was upset that he couldn't fully explain the Superman that he portrayed story, so he's happy that he can finally cap an end onto it. I don't believe that's the reason he left. I believe that he left because the writers just disrespected completely the
Yep.
books and the source material. I mean, you saw season two wasn't even an adaptation; it was a completely new show and idea. And there was even rumors, the writers didn't even like the books.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like Henry was so passionate about it, and to see your dream just be ripped apart in front of you, I understand why he would want to leave. He was even quoted saying, I'm down for the 7 season Witcher plan as long as we can continue telling great stories and respect Sapkowski's work. And I think he's no longer agrees that they're respecting Sapkowski's work.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the main narrative, is that he left because of the writing differences. And if that's
Right.
true, amazing.
Commend him.
I'm in. But if it's because of the recent Superman news, I am no longer a diehard Henry Cavill fan. And I mean that like
With all due
not even
respect.
as yeah, like I still like the guy, but he's no longer in my like top tier of like favorite people in Hollywood. That's and I don't mean that as an overreaction. I genuinely mean that. Like that would be
Right.
ridiculous that you would pick Superman, who's part of the absolutely fucked up DC universe, over Geralt.
I think my main issue with it is that Liam Hemsworth is going to come in as Geralt. Like, they're to me that sounds like they're not even going to address the
No,
actor
you won't.
change in the
You're not going to
show.
break the fourth wall. They're just going
And then
to
that
dump him in.
immediately just ruins it for me. Like,
Yo, are you ever watch Spartacus, dude?
and did that work out for Spartacus?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a little different because he
It's
passed
gonna
away.
work out
But
for Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
with
true.
Matt,
But either way, I just think that if they had maybe done it in a way that it wasn't going to be Liam Hemsworth as Geralt, maybe if it was a second generation of like Geralt, like the kind
kill
of
Geralt.
yeah,
like kill him
kill
off.
Geralt, and then like maybe have Geralt like have a not a son necessarily, but someone he views as like another
Right, the
level of
next
Siri
generation.
character, kind of, and maybe that person becomes Liam Hemsworth, which I would have been fine with. But the fact that they're not even going to address the actor change in the show just makes me
Yeah, I mean, if they're shitting on the books and the movie, or I'm sorry, the books and the video games, like the rumors are coming out, then yeah, why not just kill Geralt and put somebody else in as the Witcher? I mean, but listen, I do think that you're right, Dave. It's gonna mess with me to have whether it could have been like my other favorite actor in the world jumping in as Geralt. It's still gonna mess with me seeing the main character of a show just right through in the middle of a series switch and change. I mean, they've done it before with different people. We just talked about Spartacus, obviously Wheel of Time, but most of the time when you see it, it's either funnily addressed or it's not a main character, like the main character. It's tough, but Henry Cavill's like the coolest dude ever, nerd wise. Like he's the coolest nerd, and he's I understand. Well, we're the coolest nerds, right? Kind of. So
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
but I commend him if he really does think that they were screwing it up and he really had such a passion for Geralt that, yo, you screwed this up so bad, I'm out.
Yeah.
Selfishly, I wish he would just stick around, but as a fellow nerd, I totally understand, and I agree. Like, I'd rather him be Geralt than Superman 100%. I mean, I like that James Gunn is in now, and he's probably gonna fix the DC EU, and now it's not EU anymore; it's DCU. But I think that maybe that was a reason why Superman was coming back into the fold. But we'll see because like you said, I mean, DC's pretty much been a dumpster fire except a few of the TV shows, a few of the movies.
He was one of the lone bright spots of the universe, to be honest. Like he's always been a consistent actor, and I think even in Man of Steel, a movie that wasn't maybe widely as popular or widely known as one of his best roles, I guess, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but either way, like he was very passionate about it, and I think he did a very good job of a shit show situation.
Yeah,
Superman is just hard. He's hard to make interesting because he's like the goody two shoes, way too powerful kind of guy. And honestly, Henry Cavill is Superman to me. Like, don't recast him. Like when they were talking about recasting him, just freaking bring Henry Cavill back. There's no reason to recast Henry Cavill on anything, especially Superman, where it's like he's the perfect looking guy. Like he's got the build. He's a great actor. He's got everything for Superman. So just keep the stories going and try to fix it.
You could say the same exact thing about The Witcher with that. That's funny.
With Geralt, him as Geralt, but that's his decision to leave.
Yeah, we need to change the writers too.
Fair.
See, because that's the thing. DC got James Gunn, changed the whole thing.
Honestly, I'm happy for him, like you're saying. If Geralt was dead and there was no saving him, at least he can go, save his Superman character.
Yeah. That was a crazy moment.
On the same page about that.
But that
was a crazy moment when we found out.
I was at a freaking wedding. I think wherever I was busy. And I saw it really quick on Twitter and I texted you guys. And for a second, I thought it was going to be one of those things where it was like a fake out. And I was like, oh, I got. But then I saw you guys like confirming it, being like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, that's a crazy thing to just pop up out of nowhere with not really any kind of rumors that he was leaving at all.
Right.
When the news came out, we were all so mad. We were so mad. But now that more news is slowly leaking out about what's actually going on, I'm less upset about it. Still very upset, but little less so because, again, like you guys have been saying, Henry Cavill, I just want him to be happy.
We were at a party and it just killed the vibe for like an hour.
But also, I mean, not a silver lining, but it just does make me think that Game of Thrones fans continue to eat well.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It really is.